Please verify your patient. Tama. How will you verify your patient?
Name,
Ha? Correct, you ask the name. And yung cross, identify it with the patients. Correct, the risk tag or even the name tag. Tignan nyo. Kaya anong mga tinatanong, you ask for the name. Ano pa?
age.
Okay, maybe you can ask for the age kasi sometimes may junior, may senior. Tama? And you also ask for what? For that? Correct, even for that? Birthday. Tama? So we've done all that. We can now proceed with your vital signs taking. But before that, make sure na bago nyo gamit yung mga equipment, you make sure that your equipments are all sanitized. Okay? So maganda, before and after nyo gamitin, you sanitize your equipment. So you can sanitize them kung nasa nyo ng alcohol, pwede with your cotton balls, or you can spray your even the sphygmomanometer ng alcohol. Not necessarily basang-basa. Spray nyo lang para ma-minimize yung infection, even yung ating mga pulse oximeter. Okay, so anong mga natin kukunin? Okay, sulat ko nga yung binura niya kanina. Okay, ano yung mga nauna? Okay, sulat mo. Sana yung pen. First is your you'll be getting your temperature. Okay, tama? So have your temperature, correct? Measured in degrees Celsius, followed by your SpO2. Measured in percent, followed by have your pulse rate measured in beats per minute, followed by your respiratory rate measured in cycles per minute, followed by your heart rate measured in beats per minute. Then lastly, you have your BP measured in mmHg. Okay. mmHg. Okay? So, ang gagawin mo, ikaw mag-fill up niyan. Ikaw ang assistant ko, ha? So, first na kukunin natin is your temperature. So, before gamitin si thermometer, make sure that it is sanitized. So, paano mag-sanitize ng thermometer pag hindi pa nagagamit? Saan ka mag-start?
Sa taas. Sa taas pa.
So, you start with now cleanest to dirtiest. So, start now from the tip or from the probe going now to the base. From tip to the base, cleanest to dirtiest. With the super cotton balls, syempre, dapat basa ng alcohol. When you discard, then you discard. Para paggamit na, saan mo pa panusok, you disinfect. Correct, from the base going to the tip. Okay, kasi cleanest to dirtiest tayo. Okay, so before we start, okay, you ask the patient muna. Gusto niya bang punasan yung kilikili niya? You can provide anong tissue papers para mapunasan just in case na basa. Okay? So bago niya lagay, make sure you turn it on muna. So pag in-on mo yan, anong lalabas? Make sure na lalabas si LO na sinasabi niya. So pag lumabas si LO, meaning it is already ready now to put it on the axilla. Okay, saan nilalagay? Sa kilikili, specifically on the artery or mid-axilla na tinatawag. Okay, bakit mid-axilla ang instruction? Bakit dapat sa gitna? Bakit pag mababa, anong nangyayari? Tendency, yes, pwedeng malaglag or pwedeng mahulog or inaccurate ang makukuha. Tama? Paano pag masyadong malalim, ano pwede mangyari? Ha? Tendency yan is, correct, baka wala kang ma-read. Bakit nasa likuran na yung probe? Okay? Hindi niya na ma-reading or mali nang makukuha. So make sure it is mid-axillary na sa gitna. Okay? Make sure to turn it on muna. Make sure na mag-LO muna. Then you ask now the patient kung gusto niya na siya ang maglagay or ikaw. Okay? So gusto mo bang ilagay sa kilikili mo? Okay, so ilagay niya. Okay. Lagay mo po please. Ipasok mo sa loob po. Yes, we are getting sa loob po. Sa loob po. Because we are getting your accurate vital signs. Hindi putyo-putyo lang. Okay? Okay, next. Anong pwede ko isabay? May SpO2. Saan ko ilalagay? Saan kamay? Saan kamay? Sa right o sa left? I'll be using the right, yung free arm kasi may nakalagay sa left. Tama? Kasi pag nilagay ko doon, tendency baka malaglag si thermometer. So with the use of your pulse oximeter, depende kung anong pulse oximeter ang gamit mo, may ibang pulse oximeter automatic. So no need na i-on. Yung iba, kailangan mo muna i-on bago mo ilagay. So ang gagawin, i-on mo muna bago ilagay. Huwag yung nilagay mo tsaka mo i-on, baka maipit yung daliri niya. Okay? Though luckily, yung pulse oximeter ko is automatic. Ilalagay mo lang. Okay, mag-isa niyang mag-re-reading. Okay? So pag nag-reading siya, paano ang reading niya? Yung pinakaunang lalabas, that is now our reading na tinatawag. Okay? Kaya lumabas siya, meaning nag-reading na. So the SpO2 is 96, pakisulat po. Ano? Okay? So while waiting for the thermometer na mag-alarm, okay? Depende kasi yan sa thermometer. Okay? You check for the instructions nun sa thermometer kung nag-a-alarm ba yun. Okay? So speaking, nag-alarm na. So let's check kung ilan. So the temperature is 37.1 degrees Celsius. Then you disinfect, then you'll put it back doon sa case niya. Okay? So anong next na kukunin natin? So we'll now be getting your pulse rate. Anong ginagamit natin na pulse rate? Correct, we use your radial pulse. Tama? So make sure the patient is still rested, dapat hindi pagod. Okay? Sige. So you use your radial pulse. Better kung nung paa niya is flat on the floor. Okay? So check for the radial pulse. Anong gagamitin? Use your finger pads, not the fingertips. Okay? Use your index, the middle, or even the ring kung kinakailangan. But for me, I use my index and my middle finger. Okay? So you locate for the pulse. Then you try to count for a 1 whole minute. Tama? Okay, so pag-isulat, 78 for the pulse rate. Okay, 18 for the respiratory rate. Ano? Okay. So anong ginawa ko? No, hindi ko pinagsabay. Pinagsunod ko. Okay, nakita mo.
18. From the 18.
Ilan yung pulse rate? 78 for the respiratory rate is 18. So anong ginawa ko? I never let go of the hand of the patient. Meaning hindi niya alam binibilang ko yung respiratory rate, tama? So hindi alam, hindi siya conscious na binibilang ko na pala. Okay? So inuna ko yung pulse rate followed by my respiratory rate. Kaya ako naging 2 minutes. Bakit? Binilang ko na rin yung respiratory rate without the patient knowing na binibilang ko. Nakita niyo kung paano ginagawa. Para hindi niya alam na binibilang. Tama?
Yes.
Kaya hindi ko binitawan. Para ang alam niya, binibilang ko pa rin yung pulse rate niya. Para hindi niya kontrolin yung paghinga. Tama? Okay, anong next? Okay. You will now be getting the heart rate of your patient with the use of your stethoscope. Paano ulit gumamit ng stethoscope? Always make sure the earpiece is away from you to follow the anatomical structure of the ear. Okay, make sure that the stethoscope is also working. You tap on the diaphragm kasi yung diaphragm ang gagamitin natin. So we'll be now locating what for the apical pulse or the mitral pulse. Okay, sige, lapit ka konti, sir. Where's the apical pulse located again?
left mid-clavicular, fifth intercostal space.
Correct. Your left mid-clavicular, fifth intercostal space. Okay. Saan ang left niya? Dito.
Dito,
So,
sir.
dito
Sa kabila.
kabila. So, mid-clavicular. So, you look at the clavicle. Okay. Locate the clavicle. Mid-clavicular nasa gitna. Then you count sa fifth intercostal space. 2, 3, 4, and you have your 5. So, this is now your apical pulse or your heart rate na tinatawag. Okay? So, let's try to count for another 1 whole minute. Relax lang. Okay? The heart rate is 78 beats per minute. Okay, parehas po ba yung ating pulse rate? Okay, so meaning there's no pulse deficit na tinatawag. Okay, so okay, equal ang kanyang apical end on the radial pulse. And next, anong last na kukunin?
BP.
We will be now getting the BP of your patient. When getting the BP, make sure the patient is also well rested. The feet should be flat on the floor. Hindi pwedeng naka-cross. Okay? And saan ang gagamitin natin? We will be using your right or left. Pwede po, So sabi nila, okay lang, either right or left. Okay, ito ideally, sabi nila left. Bakit? Mas malapit daw sa heart. Do okay lang, either right or left. Basta it is at the heart level. Magka-level dapat sa puso. Okay? Yan. So we'll be using your brachial artery as well. So let's begin now to get the blood pressure of your patient. Starting first by getting now the approximate systolic pressure by performing your palpatory method na tinatawag. Okay? So paano ba ilalagay si ating BP cuff? Okay? Where will you put your BP cuff? Okay? So anong landmark natin? The landmark would be now your antecubital fossa. Nakita yung line na yan? Okay? So we'll be using your 2 finger press. So dalawang fingers. Okay? So at least ganyan kataas ang ating BP cuff. At least 2 finger press. Magbigay kayo ng allowance. Okay, bakit may allowance? Para? Correct. Para ma-space si stethoscope. Bakit? Anong ginagawa ng iba? Anong ginagawa nila? Nandito yung kanilang BP cuff. Nasa yung stethoscope. Ayun, pinipilit na lang isiksik dun sa loob. Okay? O, tingnan mo, nasa loob yung stethoscope ko ha. O, inflate ko. Kung saan ko hawakan yung stethoscope, papipilit ako nasa labas. Isang ko hawakan, siyempre wala, nandito sa labas. So pag nakita mo, pag hinawakan mo yan, gumagalaw kasi yung aneroid manometer gauge. So meaning baka mali rin ang makuha mo. Lalo na pagkasama pa yung daliri mo doon sa loob. Okay? So pwedeng inaccurate ang reading mo. Tama? So we do not put the stethoscope inside, hindi natin sa iniipit, huwag niyong ipilit isiksik. Kaya tayo nagbibigay ng allowance na 2 finger press. Okay? So gano'ng kataas? 2 finger press. Okay. Okay, make sure it is snugly fit. Okay. Paano mo malalaman na okay ang fitting niya? No, you use again your 2 fingers na naman. So, make sure na kasya dapat yung dalawang daliri sa loob. Okay. Pag kasya yung dalawang daliri, meaning okay na. Pag sobra pa, meaning maluwag yan. Pag hindi kasha, meaning masyado maikli. So use again your 2 fingers to check if accurate or sakto yung fitting ng kanyang BP cuff na tinatawag. And now we start to get now the approximate systolic pressure. Okay? So how will you get that approximate systolic pressure? You first locate for the radial pulse. Okay? Locate for the radial pulse. Okay? So pag nahanap mo na, you can now start to inflate your BP cuff. Okay. Though, paano ba i-inflate ito? Paano ba hawakan ito? Okay. How will you hold your inflation valve na tinatawag? Paano tamang paghawak nito? Hawakan mo nga. Paano hawakan? Ganyan ba? O ikaw, hawakan mo nga. Ganyan. O ikaw, hawakan mo nga. Yung mga nagbibideo, hawakan mo nga. Para makita niyo mga mali niyo. Ganyan ba? Okay? How will you hold now your inflation valve? The right way to hold this is pag ganito po. Kaya sa ginawang ganito, para hawakan mo ng ganito. Hindi pa ganyan, hindi pa ganun. Try mo hawakan ng ganyan. Napaka-awkward hawakan. Okay? Kaya sometimes napipihit mo bilang gumagano'n. Bakit? Inaabot mo. Pag hinawakan ito, ganito. Para makontrol mo siya. And better, ang may hawak nito is your dominant hand na tinatawag. Para makontrol mo ang pag-release ng hangin. Okay? Kasi pag nandito yan, sa right hand mo, at ganito ang hawak mo, pag ilalak mo ito is always towards you. Papunta sa iyo. When you unlock, it is always away from you. Or kung gusto mo, clockwise, papunta sa iyo if you will lock, or counterclockwise to unlock. And make sure, pag nilalak, huwag masyadong mahigpit. Sakto lang that the manometer will not deflate. Ano? So, sakto lang dapat. Hindi masyadong mahigpit. Kasi pag masyadong mahigpit, mapipihit na naman. Biglang gagawin na naman. Mali na naman ang reading mo. Or, hindi mo mababasa ng tama. Okay? So, we'll now get the approximate systolic pressure. Locate the radial pulse. Okay. When you inflate the BP cuff, tag 10 lang po ang increments niya para makuha mo yung approximate talaga. Bakit natin kinukuha ang approximate systolic? Okay. Para hindi kayo nag-overinflate and para may idea na kayo kung hanggang saan lang kayo mag-inflate ng BP cuff. Yung iba hindi ginagawa. Kaya nung ginagawa, minubumbanggang 200. Tama balik? Okay. Mali, syempre. Overinflated ka na. Eh, yung BP niya, 90/70 lang. So, tendency, pwedeng masaktan si patient or pwedeng maghematoma. Okay. Para maiwasan siyang ma-injure. At the same time, may idea ka na kung ano ang approximate systolic pressure niya. Okay? So, locate the radial pulse. Paano ang pag-inflate? Tag 10 lang po. Okay. Hindi, yung tag 10 lang po. So, let's look for the approximate systolic. So, tag 10 lang. So, pakiram naman yung radial. Kailan ka mag-stop pag wala ng radial pulse. Okay, so wala na akong nafe-feel ng 130, deflate automatically. Make sure that the BP cuff is also deflated. Okay. Then let the patient rest for 1 minute para mag-normalize yung pressure. Okay. So assuming 1 minute na, you will now get for the blood pressure of your patient using now your stethoscope. Okay, but first, locate first where's the brachial artery. Okay, where's the brachial artery? Always near to the body, but better to palpate as well. So, hanapin nyo, extend the arm, try to palpate. Okay. So, nandito, so meaning dito nilalagay yun, stethoscope, hindi kung saan-saan. Okay, kaya alam ko kung may naririnig ka, wala. Kasi mali ang location ng stethoscope. Okay, then let the patient relax. Okay, then we will now get. Okay, anong nakuha ko kanina? 130 approximate. Anong gagawin ko dun? Plus 30. So hanggang saan ang maximum inflation ko? Hanggang 160 lang ako. Okay? So let's get now the blood pressure of your patient. So always away from you. Double check kung gumagana. So try to tap. So it is working. Okay? Iwasan yung nagbubuhol-buhol. Okay? Bakit pag nagbubuhol-buhol itong mga tubings mo? Tendency yan yung maririnig mo, yung kiskisan ng mga tubo. Baka mali ang makuha ang reading mo. So better is magkakaiwalay yung mga yan. Okay? So we will get. So dito kahit hindi na tag 10, kahit bombayin mo na as long as hanggang 160 ka lang. Okay? So get? Remember, anong papakinggan? The first and the last sound. Okay? So let's inflate. Okay, so pag narinig mo na yung diastolic, deflate immediately. Okay, the BP of white patient is 120 over 80 mmHg. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 120 over 80. Okay. Take note, when deflating the cuff, it should not be too fast, not too slow. Gano'ng kabagal? At least 2 to 3 mmHg ang pag-descent niya. Okay. Bakit pag masyadong mabagal, pwedeng magkakasa? Bakit pag masyadong mabilis, baka hindi mo makuha yung accurate reading niya. Okay? Eh, paano sir, pag yung nakuha ko is 125 over 85, ano ang BP niya? 125 over 95, ano ang BP niya?
130 over 90.
It is 130 over 90. Always round off to the nearest tens. Okay? Ganun po ang magbigay ng result ng BP. Always round off. Eh, paano pag nakuha ko? Okay. 123 over 92.
120 over 90.
120 over 90. Always around off. Okay? So, ganun lang ang gagawin nyo during your return demonstration. Madali lang, di ba? And after that, make sure to perform your